This is failing in 3 seconds. Reapplying. Whew. Nah, they really don't. Paralyzed. Still paralyzed. Boom! Minimum damage. That went super well.
Sure.
Save. I feel the game is really easy right now. I don't know why. I don't think I over-leveled the content, and even if I did, it's kind of weird that I would. Because, like, I just did the content in order. I didn't try and do more than what was requested of me, you know? It's not like I went out of my way to grind or anything. I'm sure, yeah. I'm on the hard right now. It just feels like I'm on normal, you know? Can't be paralyzed, right? Yeah, no.
Hey there.
That's it.
Just have to...
I'm just too OP? I don't think so. But maybe. Maybe for some reason I became super good at these games. Because I remember the first time I tried this game was a super long time ago. And I remember having my ass handed back to me. Like hardcore. Even on hard. Like I would just like, I was getting wrecked. And now the game just feels like a cakewalk for some reason. For sure, I thought Red Drake would be a lot harder. I don't know what happened there. Don't know if they patched the game or like what happened, but that was way too easy. Burst of Summer Flame? I think that's a druid spell.
Hey there.
Wine dregs swirl around the bottom of the clay jar. Mm-hmm. Cool story. Cool story. Oh, yeah, I bet. The DLC must be pretty hard. Yep.
That's not very...
She just did a corrode damage in a cone. Is what she did. That thing is pretty strong. DR15.
Hey there.
wow. That thing on its own, if you don't try to damage it or anything, it's pretty freaking strong. Hey, Enrage, what's up, man? Think of swarms of ranged enemies that paralyze you. Oh, God. That sounds like super massive amount of fun.
I'll take a peek.
I'm hearing another one. There's another one around. Maybe I should think of going and resting near that lady. Nah, we still can go a little bit longer. Okay, nothing here. A very small dark spot left. Eating all of the cheesecake? Oh, God. I used to be a big fan of cheesecake, and for some reason I think I ate too much of it. And now I can't eat it anymore. Whoa! There was an NPC in the middle of all of this?
We'll just wait a little longer.
Oh, I'm liking this. The fact that she has a face is a good sign. Dwarven woman dressed in skins and hides leans against the road marker. Her face is turned down, her eyes darkened by a thick stripe of face paint. She's sharpening a bone arrowhead with a scrimshaw-handled knife. Her attention, however, is focused on a bare figurine between her feet. A large white furred fox standing at her heels looks up at your approach. That's a fox? Man, it looks like a wolf.
Easy, Itumak. It's not him.
I'm answering that for sure. This outfit may not be flattering, but I'm definitely not him. She lifts her head and looks at you. No argument there. It's just not you I'm looking for. What are you waiting for then?
Short version? I'm looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him.
Your friend is supposed to meet you here.
That's what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something.
She rolls her eyes and shakes her head. Back up. What does this stranger have to do with your friend?
The long version. Here we go. I'm from an island to the far south called Nasitak. I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persok. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persok's trail is cold, to say the least.
Her shoulders rise and fall as she takes a deep breath. Anyway, is your birthday? And you're telling me that now? Dude! Happy birthday! Holy shit, hold on. Let's do this right. First of all... Happy birthday! Second... Happy birthday, man! Why can't you find him? There can be many of your people in the Deerwood. He died when I was still a young girl. Well, that's your problem, lady. If he died, you can't find him. Awesome, man. Forgot to mention that part, did I? I'm looking for his latest reincarnation. Oh, gotcha. Which could be anyone. Well, shit. How long have you been looking for Persok? Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome. Her painted brows lower and her compact muscular frame sags for just an instant. 5 years. So you've been searching 5 years for a stranger you barely remember who could be anyone now. That sounds...
That about sums it up.
That's awesome, lady. That's super cool. She gives you a slow, thoughtful nod. Then it must be an important duty.
So I keep reminding myself. Still, it would be nice if important duties came with clearer instructions.
She looks at the Adra figurine in the dirt. How does that statuette figure into it? She dusts the figurine on her trousers and raises it in her small, flat palm. It's carved in the shape of a bear, smooth and round. The polished Adra is worn to a dull mat along its arched back and ovoid hunches. A soft glow emanates from within.
Cute, isn't it? It belonged to Persoc. Before he returned to the wheel, he left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later.
As she holds it out to you, you feel wisps of sensation, not quite memories, but traces of someone.
When I left Nasitok, it was completely dark inside. But as I've gotten closer to Persoc, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and goes dark. Others it shines nice and bright. For a few hours. But most of the time, it looks just like this.
I could take a look at it.
I've heard that one before. Whole reason I'm standing here is because some so-called watcher from Forkvale told me he could take a look. For a few golden dukes, of course.
I'll do it for free, lady.
I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls. I knew it was a long shot, but what did I have to lose? I went to see this fellow and gave him the Audra figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 golden dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field.
Zapko! Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Shinobis. Really appreciate it, man. And Lindsay, how you doing? I'm super happy to see you. What's up? What's going on? Wow, okay, so, what's the Wolf's Lair? Defiance Bay. Locals calls the current Duke Wolfgrin. Sounds like he'd be fun to drink with. Is twining trees a real place? He meant Twin Elms. I haven't been there yet, but I hear they have some especially memorable trees. Go on.
He thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough.
I'm
to
fine.
recognize
I'm
that he
super
meant
fine.
This place.
Tired,
Right
but
between
fine.
Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all.
You could still go after the False Watcher. She sweats at the air. I was mostly trying to scare him. I wouldn't really kill a man over a few gold pieces. I don't have much use for coin anyway. Besides, knowing his type, he's cleared out of town by now and spent whatever he made. May I see the figurine?
Why?
I'm a real watcher.
You expect me to believe that? After the story I just told you?
You've got nothing to lose by letting me try.
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
She hands you the figurine in chapped knuckles grazing your hands. She watches you examine it, wary but curious. You raise the Adra bear, turning it in the light. As your eyes catch a tiny glinting scratch, the scenery around you melts away. You're always tired? Oh, I know. Yeah. It's mostly because I couldn't sleep this entire past week for some reason. And then during the weekend, I couldn't sleep on Saturday because I had something super early in the morning. And this morning, I was supposed to sleep, and I couldn't. The cat were all around. They were making noise. I just, and for some reason, like I don't know, I was stressed out or something, and I could not sleep at all. Like, I think I slept like 3 hours. So I might end the stream a little bit sooner tonight than I usually do, just because I might have to, you know, go and try to catch a sleep a little bit before going to work tomorrow. You're standing on a cliff overlooking the water, seeing through eyes that aren't your own. You catch the musk of beasts amidst the fresh scent of vegetation, and your heart beats a little faster. You'll have to watch your step up here. You look down just long enough to see the sharp, pale cliffs drop into the water hundreds of feet below you. I see a vision of cliffs high over the water. Does that sound familiar? Your question is greeted with shrugs and silence. Return the figurine. I've got it. He's standing on a cliff.
What are you talking about? What just happened?
She looks at the Adra bear herself, turning it a few times. She looks back at you. I told you, I'm a watcher. Oh, gotcha, Lizzie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'll see how I fare, essentially. If I'm fine, I'll just keep on going. But if I have to leave early, I'll let you guys know. But what I mean by early is probably going to be like 10 instead of 11. You know, like, not any time soon. She blinks at you a few times, calculating. I know this sounds strange, but it's the truth.
You realize I've got no coin to give you, even if I did believe you.
Come with me. I've got other business in the area, and we can look for Persak on the way.
If this is your idea of a joke, you may be stuck with me for a while. Lead the way.
Sagani looks at you, her arms folded across her chest. She tucks the figurine into her pouch, and her fox stands, shaking its pale coat.
Yes! Yes!
We have another companion, guys. We're now fully equipped. We have 6 companions. Cannot believe it. Let's give her some survival. No, athletics. And then survival. Yeah. Oh. DR bypass. What is wounding shot? Oh, it obbles. Resilient companion? It gives it 3 DR. Fateful. Against charmed, eliminated, confused. 30% damage. Okay. Wait. There's hunting bow for peasant. Oh, Warbow is adventurer. I don't even know what she has. Hold on. Before we start, you know, messing around with this, let's take a look. This is a hunting bow. Plus 8 accuracy. So it is pretty darn accurate. And it's fast too. Sagani's hunting bow is made for dual role. In her home village, the hunters pursue game both to kill and to subdue, often using blunt arrows to stun small quarry. These captured animals are sometimes raised or traded to other villagers. As a result, Sagani's Masuk bow can fire arrows that do pierce or crush damage, but it has slightly reduced range and damage. Whoa! Pierce and crush? I mean, the accurate 2 is something we can enchant on anything. The unique thing about this bow is this, the pierce / crush. But honestly, because the thing is, we already have people with pierce. This is pierce damage. This is pierce damage. Let's give you a hood. Let's also give you the colors of the team, which is this. And it's sad that I don't have a cloak for her. I sold all my cloaks. It's a bummer. Nah, it's fine. So you're wearing light armor. Okay. So we said that, and then this. Should I go for her companion or boost her specifically? Because I'm afraid that like any other games, right now companion is going to be useful, and later on it's going to die like this. Because that's the way with most games. Very rarely does your companion scale up properly and is able to survive the entire time. They're fragile. That's what I thought too. The fox is very fast. Well, I mean, I'll see. For now, I'll buff her. And I'll see later if I buff the fox after playing a bit, you know, a little bit with it. Cool. She's already up there. Awesome. Next is going to be athletics. Swift aim. A modal plus 20% attack speed, 50% reload speed, but minus 7 accuracy. Marked prey. Once per encounter, marked for 34.5 seconds, 20% damage against marked target, but it's only for her. 50% damage against target affected by a damage over time. Vicious aim. 20% range attack speed, 20% reload speed, sustained range, accuracy, and range damage. You know what? I'm going to go with vicious aim. She's using a hunting bow anyway. It's super fast. Right. So now we're back here. Same deal. Let's give her... even more accuracy. Defensive bond. Just get a deflection against range attacks. I'm going to go with that one. Stalker Link. She's all about accuracy. She's going to be so freaking accurate.
Yeah?
She's going to bypass everything. It's going to be insane. Right, so before we leave, because this zone is done, we're going to go and rest. Also, we need to change the formation. Because that's not working out. Right, so rest. Yep. I want everybody to get like damage reduction too, because that's great. It's just like an extra piece of armor that I have basically activated on myself at all times. I guess that must really help too.
Hey there.
You know, for me finding the game easy, I guess it probably helps that I'm that like intense about it. Okay. 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 I love you. Second, he draws up beside you or fox following at her heels and take a seat next to you.
Even if you are putting one over on me, it's nice to have a hunting party again.
Sounds like you've been gone from home a long time.
5 years for me. Must be 30-something for Ichimak.
Hearing its name, the fox looks up. Aww, that's so cute. What an adventure.
It certainly started out that way.
She grins wearily.
It's been a long hunt. A long time away from my family. Before, I'd crossed the tundra of Nasitok following caribou herds. I didn't want to leave Kalu and our children, but I was eager to visit lands my people rarely do. But 5 years without finding him. It's like 2 hours of necking. I'm ready to be done with it.
Wow, that's super specific. She adjusts the bow hung over her shoulder. She scratches at a callus on her middle finger. Why do you have to find Persok?
Soul recovery is an old village tradition. We call it the Tarnek Elitsak. Once in a generation, we seek the soul of a much respected and long dead village elder. We tell him what's changed in the village, how people remember him. The only other Tarnek Elitsak during my lifetime happened when I was a girl, not long after Persok died. We feasted on blubber and fermented milk for a week, and we honored the chosen Huntress as a hero. Then she left, and we returned to our duties. We still sang her name to the skies during festival season, but we otherwise didn't speak of her.
What happened to her? I don't think she ever returned. It happens that way sometimes. She folds her arms, her expression sober. I'm sure your village still remembers you, Sagani. You're kind to say so, but I'm not so fragile that I need my name chanted in meeting halls.
It's not being forgotten by my village that troubles me. But sometimes I wonder how my husband and children remember me, if they think of me often.
Of course they do, they must. I would like to believe it, and yet, sometimes days go by, and I realize that they have not crossed my thoughts. Such days are rare, but they happen. She looks away, tugging at the strap of her quiver. It shames me to think of it, but more than that, it scares me.
Still, there's no point in dwelling on it. More often I find myself wondering whether Persok will remember us. You claim to see souls. What do you think? Do you remember your past lives?
She gives you a sidelong glance. Yes, in fragments. She leans a hair's breadth closer. Really? What's that like? I've been learning a lot about myself.
Good things, I hope. Maybe Persok will be the same way. Would make my job of telling him about the village a lot easier.
What would you tell him about your village?
Masuk is probably much the same as it was 100 years ago. We live between tundra and frozen forests, and the land takes as much as it gives. But our hardships bring us together. And the elders truly unite us. They keep the stories of past generations, and they guide us from season to season, through good years and lean.
I find that super interesting that in this world, she lives far south, and the climate of the region she lives in reminds me of like the far north in real life. So I wonder if it's like a thing where like the poles are reversed in this world, or if like she lives so far south that she reaches like Antarctica, for example, like the South Pole. I don't know. It's kind of interesting.